How you doing, everyone? I am the Yu-Gi-Oh Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey, and I feel bad because after I recorded my video a couple days ago, 2 of you unsubscribed, and I feel bad because you made me feel bad because you didn't click the subscribe button. You did the exact opposite. Ultimately, I understand why. The reason I haven't recorded in the past few days is my mic has been really terrible, and it's been a little discouraging, because I want to give you guys, like, decent content. Nothing crazy, but at least listenable, and it's been bothering me that I don't know what's going on. I've tried to adjust the volumes on my mic. There's only so many settings I can change. It sounds okay, and then I feel like I upload and it sounds worse. If you guys have any clue, I use a Blue Yeti mic. Don't know what's going on. You know, I've tried to turn it down. I know I have like a kind of different voice. I don't want to blame it on my voice though and say like the only reason it sounds bad is because my voice is kind of unique. But maybe that's it. Like, I got a kind of vocal fry, and it sounds a little bit like I'm quote-unquote underwater, but long story short, I apologize. I hope this is more listenable. Let me know if you have any ideas, and subscribe so I can eventually buy a new one, because maybe someday I will. You know, I don't want to say it's off the table of getting a new mic, but I don't want to get a new mic because it's supposed to be good, and then I get a new mic and it sounds exactly the same, and now I've wasted the money to get a new mic, and it wasn't actually the problem. But I have adjusted. I put it up on a little bit higher spot, so now I'm talking more into it than down. It's a whole new setup, too, compared to where I was in the past. Thank you for my rambling intro, though, staying through it if you have. We're going to be playing some Chaos Turbo today, or as the deck calls it, Chode Turbo, because I have so many just Chaos Turbos that rather than delete them, I just kind of do a different thing on CHAOD or something along those lines. So today is Chode Turbo, but of course, we're going to adjust it as we go to Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Sorcerer. It's the best deck in GOAT format if you do not know. I mean, most of you who follow me probably have an understanding, but maybe you're somewhat newer to GOAT format. This is probably the best deck by a relatively significant margin. One of the higher power ceilings. It does get the ability to run Metamorphosis and Scapegoat in the side deck. It's not Chaos Control, though, so you're a little bit less focused on the control and more the turbo, hence Chaos Turbo. What makes it turbo in my eyes is the ability to do discard traps, card destruction, using things like Night Assailant and Thunder Dragon to give yourself the card advantage. Turboing through your deck could run things like Upstart Goblin, maybe over the back to square one, but I really want to be able to take advantage of my card advantage of the Thunder Dragons and Night Assailant. So I'm running the one back to square one. Changes could be things like Jars of Greed, Upstart Goblins, but I also wanted to run double Mind Control because there's so many good flip monsters in this format. People just set Decoichis, they set Spies, and I really want to basically take something with Mind Control, summon Kaiku, and attack. A lot of people in the Kaiku spot here would run something like Decoichi for some more darks. Instead of running like triple Decoichi, I'm running the 2 Night Assailant and 2 Kaiku. Those are kind of my take. Only 2 Trap Dust Shoots because I don't want to see multiples. But you guys can see the deck. It's pretty standard. King Tiger Wang Hu on the side because I hate running into Dimension Fusion Turbo. So we're going to save this. It is the default. And let's go ahead. Girlfriend is on the way home, so I got to record this video to give you guys something. Let's click this button to give you some more viewing pleasure. Hopefully, as I've already stated, hopefully the audio, the listening pleasure is high. But at this point, I'm kind of losing hope. It sounded better when I just did some testing. You know, doing a testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick rock. I'm feeling rock right now. And of course it's going to be rock. Of course it was correct. I'm the greatest rock, paper, scissors player to ever play this game. I will be going first. Opponent's running the Heavy Storm sleeves. Always sticking with my Dandelion sleeves on this account. And opening hand looks pretty good. Thunder Dragon, Night Assailant, Kaiku, Mirror Force, Mind Control. So we will discard Thunder Dragon, getting 2 Thunder Dragons to hand. And we'll set Mirror Force and end. Just protecting us a little bit. Maybe a little heavy, maybe a little MST. Standby nothing. Graceful Charity. A-okay. Hoping he just like sets a Magician of Faith here. Then I can open a cross out, summon the Kaiku, attack, discarding some monsters right here. So then I could banish with the Kaiku. Kaiku's just a great card in this format because Chaos is so prevalent. Kaiku is immediate graveyard hate. Okay, it looks like he's running some sort of Chaos Warrior or just Warrior. Zombira is a pretty interesting card that I used to play with as a kid when I didn't understand card effects. I was like, he can just keep attacking. But it's a great card now because he can get over Spy. Okay, so he sets 5 back row and ends. Looking through my hand, he's probably going to take the Kaiku, maybe the Night Assailant. No, he takes the Night Assailant. I will just attack. I figured he had a Sakuretsu armor or something, but I couldn't do nothing. I will end the turn here. Mirror Force makes me still feel a little bit safe. Could be Dust Tornadoes. He summons Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, so he is running Warriors. I will Mirror Force this. Take my 1-for-1 trade. Did I shuffle? Yep, I did shuffle right there. Okay. We'll set the Torrential Tribute because, of course, we're going to. He does know I have it in hand. We'll Torrential Tribute the Blade Knight. And we draw Card Destruction. I think I have to use it here. So he is going to Judgment. Good thing I didn't click Discard Hand. We'll set the Night Assailant because we have no traps now. But we did take half his life points with the Card Destruction, so I feel okay. Probably BLS coming out. It is BLS. He banishes Night Assailant. Sets 2 more back row and ends. We'll go ahead, activate the Pot of Greed. Maybe it'll eat another Judgment. He lets it go through. Premature Burial, Gravekeeper's Spy. Premature could get Kaiku. So let's Mind Control. I think we'll then activate Premature Burial. Trying to get Kaiku. And let's try to attack. Okay, main phase 2. We'll set the Spy and end. So 4,200 life points, if you see me looking to the sides, because my microphone is actually right in front of my life points, so I can't see it. But opponent has 2 back row, BLS attached to a Call of the Haunted, and he now Premature Burials, getting himself the Blade Knight. He does have the Nobleman of Crossout, banishing all of my spies. Take 1,200, 3,000. Oh, yeah, okay, that's game. So Sakuretsu's pretty good. Dust Tornado, take out back to square one. Noblemen's, leave in one mind control. What else is pretty good? Lightning Vortex could be decent over maybe one. Spy's pretty nice. Maybe the Kaiku, one Chaos Sword, putting in. Decrees actually could be pretty good, but I think I'm running too many traps. The other question is, do I put in some metas and scapegoats? I'm going to take out some flip monsters. Because he's running Nobleman across out. We'll see how this goes. Opening hand. Thunder Dragon, Breaker, Faith, Dust Tornado, Regeki Break. So we'll open up with Thunder Dragon. Getting ourselves a Thunder Dragon. And we'll set Regeki Break, Dust Tornado, Summon Breaker. So we have Regeki Break if he tries to attack over the Breaker with like a Zombira. We will Dust Tornado the Snatch Steal. He sets 1 back row, 2 back row, 3 back row, 4 back row, Blade Knight, 5 back row. I will Regeki Break in end phase, hitting this card. It was a Nobleman. Draw Lightning Vortex. Try to pop a card. Hit a Judgment. And we'll try to attack. Hits me with a Sakuretsu Armor. Okay, so we have a Light and a Dark Engrave. I don't want to set Faith because I don't have any spells, unfortunately. We'll set Lightning Vortex as a bluff and Gravekeeper's Spy. Spy was a pretty good draw. He Jar of Greeds. I have a good discard with Thunder Dragon for the Lightning Vortex. Okay, unfortunately, he has the out to the Gravekeeper Spy and the Mystic Swordsman level 2. We draw Night Assailant. I will end my turn. I want him to commit one more monster. He might not, and if not, then I'll just eat the 900 next turn. Yep, so I'll eat 900. He sets another back row, and I draw Faith. I hope he hits the Faith, but he's probably going to hit Night Assailant since I have 2 Faiths. Also no spells in grave for me to get back, so Faith seems like the worst card here. He does hit a Faith. So we will Lightning Vortex, pitching Night Assailant. And getting Gravekeeper's Spy back to hand. Then we will set the Spy and end. He Rhodas. Probably getting, if he has it, another Mystic Swordsman level 2. Don Zalug, okay. Nobleman a crossout. Premature Burial, alright. And I'll eat 1400. He's going to hit the Faith out of my hand. I draw Snatch Steel. Pretty good card to get. Okay, and Mind Control. The question is if I want a tribute for the Thunder Dragon, and I don't think I do. Thunder Dragon still would just die to a top deck Zombira, a top deck Blade Knight, and Tribe. There was enough cards that have discard attachments, like Regeki Break, Tribe Infecting Virus, that keeping the Thunder Dragon in my hand was more beneficial. Milling Heavy Storm and Jar of Greed. Pretty good. He gets back 1,000 life points from the Snatch Steal, setting another back row. I get Sinister Serpent. Haven't seen a Nobleman yet. Actually, I have seen one Nobleman, okay. Do I want to set the Sinister Serpent? I'm just afraid of it getting Nobleman because Tribe Infecting Virus is very powerful. I will just attack with the Zalug. Hits my Snatch Steal. And I will discard Sinister Serpent, blowing up his warrior, and ending my turn. He has a Blade Knight, hits me for 400 damage, because Blade Knight gets a 400 power boost when that's either the only monster, or not only monster, one has no cards or one card in the hand. But if it controls no other monsters, then it will negate any flip effects that are destroyed. Could be a Nobleman face down, may have drawn it. It is a Nobleman, but I had to protect my life points. Normally I don't want to lose my Serpent, but in this case it felt like the best card. Drop off. Well, that's probably going to be game. Haven't seen drop off in a long time. Frankly, I don't know if I've ever really seen it. Graceful Charity. All he needs is a monster, which he will likely get. A monster that's not Zombira and has more than 1,300 attack, which is most of his deck. Discarding DD Warrior Lady and Book of Moon. I don't know if he got it. Let's see. But I get Mind Control. That's a no-go, and hit my opponent with a GG's. He left the duel. Okay, let's try again. Do one more match here. Only 19 minutes so far. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic day. If you're not having a fantastic day, stop watching my video or listening to it, because it's probably sounding bad. I know I keep repeating that, but like, I will admit, it's been discouraging. Could have I tried to record a video over the weekend? Probably. I have been short on time. It's partly that as well. But it just feels like, why would I bother recording when I know it's going to sound bad? Because if you know anything about the YouTube algorithm, if I put up a video or a few videos in a row and it's losing subscribers, viewer retention just isn't there because it sounds like crap, then it's not going to promote it to anyone. And why would it? I don't blame YouTube. They want people to watch the videos. Picking paper this time, now that we found an opponent, and I win again with Rock. Rock is GOAT. But so it has just felt like I need to solve this problem before I can record more videos, but frankly I haven't really solved it yet, and I still need to record videos, because the grind never stops. We will just summon Sangan. Do I set Mirror Force right away? I don't think I do. I'm going to play it a little risky here. Summoning Sangan, even though it's weak, I don't want it to get Nobleman across outed. I would like it to survive a turn. New opponent sets tons of back row. Trap Dust Shoot. Hits the Gravekeeper Spy, probably the correct hit there. And we will attack directly. We'll set Knock as a bluff. And now he knows that it was a bluff. But I'll take it. It puts a spell engrave for the Magician of Faith. So now I could, next turn, set the Faith and not feel so pointless about it. Alright, what do we want to get with our... I think we get the Spy. We get a Breaker the Magical Warrior. We will summon the Breaker. He Torrential Tributes. A-okay, we'll set Mirror Force and end. And we will activate the Mirror Force on his Attack of DD Warrior Lady. Draw Pot of Greed. Activate Pot of Greed. Get back to square one and mind control. We will set the Magician of Faith. And end. Oh goodness. The dog found the cat's treats. That is not ideal. Alright, Solemn Judgment, the Chaos Sorcerer summon. I will summon a Spy and just attack over this Mystic Swordsman level 2. Set Mind Control and end. I'll eat 800 damage from his Blade Knight attack. Drawing Graceful Charity. We'll set Spy and end here. And of course he draws a Nobleman across out now, hitting my third Spy out of my deck and the second Spy that was on field. Hitting me for 2,000. Draw BLS. Alright. Let's go ahead. Activate Graceful Charity. Drawing Nobleman, Trap Dust Shoot, Card Destruction. Discarding. It's gotta be... Probably, I'm just thinking. Probably card destruction get me more cards, though. Nobleman for sure. We'll do Nobleman. We'll play it slow. Nobleman, Trap Dust Shoot. I could go for game, but I just don't know what that back row is. Okay, the question here is if we set Magician of Faith or use back to square one. We'll use back to square one. Banish Chaos Sork and Magician of Faith for BLS. And try to attack. Okay. Feeling alright about this position. We know he drew the Blade Knight. Premature Burial. That's pretty good. Alright, I would have gotten the Mystic Swordsman level 2. Just because it would have been another body on board, but we will get BLS. And that's game. Okay. Sakuretsu Armors. Well, let's try Decrees. Over Regeki Breaks, Mirror Force. We'll keep a few traps in. Let's take out Mind Controls and put in a Dust Tornado and the back to square one. Hey, girl. Look at the doggy. She's crying a little bit. Opening hand is Royal Decree, back to square one, Scapegoat, Gravekeeper Spy, and Chaos Sorcerer. Looks like no Trap Dust Shoot. Thank goodness. We will set Spy, Scapegoat, and Decree. Feel like there's going to be a Nobleman coming my way. Exiled Force hits the Gravekeeper Spy. And that's the end of his turn. Let's go ahead. We'll summon the Tribe Infecting Virus. Okay, we'll end our turn there. Could premature burial, but I don't think it's important quite yet. Kaiku is fine. We will summon 4 tokens. He's probably going to hit 1. Yep, he does. Setting 1 back row. We draw Magician of Faith. We'll discard back to square one. Try to hit in for 1600. And we'll set the Magician of Faith and end. Hits us with a Jar of Greed. We got a Dark Engrave. Unless he has a Nobleman across out here, that would suck because it would hit our Faith, of course. But I think it was an appropriate time to set the Faith. Hits us with a Snatch Steal. Getting rid of all of our tokens. Potentially going to come out with... Okay, Book of Moon, the Tribe. Interesting play. Just to get rid of the Snatch Steal, but keep the Tribe. We will get probably premature back to our hand. Or maybe the Scapegoat. We'll go Scapegoat. And we draw Metamorphosis. Good thing we got the Scapegoat. We will banish a Light and a Dark. Getting ourselves Chaos Sorcerer. Attacking over the Tribe Infecting Virus. Might as well take the damage and put it back in the grave for us. Setting Scapegoat and ending. Blade Knight is at, as of right now, 1600. Though even at 2000 it can't get over anything. Just Darks and Grave, no lights. So we'd have to find a way to put a light into grave. Discarding Trap Dust Shoot from the Graceful Charity. Alongside what else? There's the light. Drawing Magician of Faith. We'll take our plus. Banishing the other light. And I think we'll just end. Let's rack up some card advantage. We draw BLS. Alright, we're going to try to attack. Because we need to now. I want to keep my pluses coming. He banishes with the DD Warrior Lady. We'll go ahead. Set the Faith and end. It's a Blade Knight. A-okay. Unfortunately, lose the Faith with no effect. But we'll get 4 Scapegoat tokens. We draw Delinquent Duo. We have a Light and Grave, but no Dark. We'll set the Duo. Keep the meta. And I think the girlfriend is home. hits me for 2,000. Drawing another Scapegoat. Perfect. Heavy Storm. A-OK. Getting rid of my Delinquent Duo. Alright, and we get Sinister Serpent. So here, the play is going to be set Sinister, activate meta, tribute the Sinister, get Thousand Eyes Restrict, take the Blade Knight, making ourselves 1,600 attack, and attacking over the Mystic Swords in level 2. And we'll just attack because it's our only play. GG's. And MS2 is the next draw. Alright, so let's talk about the deck real fast. Back to Square One actually did some work. I do think it's interesting as a tech card because it works well with that Kaiku, even though we didn't see the interaction. Phoenix Wing and Regeki Break are really nice as discard traps. You know, they're reactive, obviously, by nature being traps. They can be used on your opponent's turn. But the ability to proactively just say, back to square one, unfortunately can only target a monster, unlike Regeki Break and Phoenix Wing, which can target back row as well. But get rid of, like, a set spy or whatever could be set, and then, or face up, you know. But just get rid of the monster and then attack with a Kaiku. Pretty powerful. That's really the interaction, along with those mind controls. We didn't see it in these games. Frankly, 2 warrior matchups didn't get to really use Nobleman or mind control at all. But there's nothing better than resolving like a turn 1 mind control when your opponent, you know, sets a couple of, maybe they set a back row, set a Magician of Faith after activating like Graceful Pot, and they're thinking, I'm going to get that pot back to my hand and activate next turn, and you like open your hand, you know, Delinquent Duo, mind control, another Delinquent Duo, and all of a sudden their advantage they just accrued is back to 0. So it's a really, really nice combo. As you guys know, I mean, there's a reason Chaos Turbo is the best deck. But hopefully this video doesn't sound like crap. I do have to go because my girlfriend will be home any minute. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you, and goodbye.